Hi everyone, my name is Ash Malhotra. So hello to all my friends and colleagues from all over the world who are tuned in. I'm working as a lecturer for NMIT Nelson, which is in South Island of New Zealand. Uh, First of all, thanks to the organizers who have worked very hard, and special thanks to Dr. Shezao, who has been relentlessly pursuing to make this event happen. Now, so far so good as we see the situation around us, but it's time to move forward positively and with hope. As a stakeholder of this planet, we are all empowered to see to it that we minimize the unknown factors and try to reach closer to the truth as it unfolds. Uh, it is necessary for human beings, for the whole humanity to take leaps towards progress. But in the process, they will encounter certain blobs which will come along the way, cannot avoid it. So, from my perspective, as a well wisher of this planet, and from the experience, I think humans have been able to cross bigger storms like these, which have happened and which are happening for the last decade. And looking into everything and looking into COVID, it looks like the worst is behind us. I hope my words come true. So, like a great poet has said, that this too will pass away. Now I will try to share the screen with you guys, with everyone here, and would like to adjust my screen first. Yes. So hope you're able to see the screen. And my topic is the world sitting on $1 trillion next disruptive wave? Yes, I sound very optimistic. By nature, I am very optimistic, and I look at the bright side of things. So, but one has to look at the facts, and one has to understand the theoretical concepts in a philosophical way. So when I look at nature, it always works in a cyclical way. We have business cycles, we have other cycles, we have pulses in the nature. They come with a trend if we try to understand it. So there are threats, there are opportunities. Lately, we have started calling it as disruptive cyclical waves. It's different from change management. And why we call it as disruptive? Because change management can be managed at a tactical and operational level, whereas disruptive waves needs a strategic vision. But any change or disruption, they do a lot of damages whenever there is a threat, but the opportunities come and go like a lightning speed. So therefore, for humanity, it's very important to identify the opportunities well before time. It needs preparation. It needs prediction. And that is what we are trying to attempt today. It's useful for the managers around the world that they make a strategic shift in time by trying to understand what is going to come. Well, the main thing is to get the timings right. It's not easy. It's like locating a needle in a haystack. But let's look at the behavior pattern for the past and then move on to the future. When we look at the cyclical threat, which is what we're going through since December 2019, we find that the first phase was where the disruption started to happen. Then it moved into phase two, where the momentum started to increase, and it had fallouts, and we are all seeing it. And then we are going to move into phase three, where it will bottom out. This is what is expected around December 2020, end of this year. It was expected to end by September, but it has got prolonged for many reasons. So let's hope that I'm right. It will recede and will be completely eliminated by December 2020. When we look at the future, we can hope for disruptive opportunities from 2021 onwards. So what kind of opportunities will be there? As I told you, the opportunities come with lightning speed and then disappear. So therefore, the timings are very crucial. And therefore, what is going to happen in December or January 2021, we need to look at it in September 2020. So around end of December 2020 up to December 2020, we should start looking at what kind of opportunities we will have, which sectors will throw up good opportunities for the humanity. If it happens, then definitely it will get into momentum, and that should happen as a recovery in the middle of 2021 throughout the year. And from then on, it will gather strength and it will increase in momentum around 2023 and will reach the peak around 2025. This is how the pattern looks like based on the past. Let's see what other experts feel about this. So according to the research, strong recovery is expected, and it is felt that the way everything declined sharply, the output, and the way the virus came and the social distancing was there, it was more severe than what we had seen around World War II. But then when something goes down rapidly, there is a recovery also the same way. So rapid growth should be there during 2021. And it is expected that the strong growth, once it begins, it will speed up and it will grow faster after that, after 2021. But main thing, what we're concerned about is which sectors we should look at and start preparing. Many companies will like to shift towards, make changes. They might be thinking about where to look for investment and where to take the opportunities. So one of the sector which looks like to be right at the top is education, for obvious reasons that there is a lot of shift going on. Old skills are getting obsolete. new skills are coming up and people would like to look at the new skills, adapt to it, learn them. So universities have started to become proactive, and they are taking steps to make the education very effective. And there is a shift towards matching the skills to the jobs. And also at the same time, there is a move to reduce the cost of education. It may be through technology or to go online. Many other measures will be there. Virtual education will be there. There will be many uh, shifts which will happen. So this is one sector which we look at. Then the second sector worth watching is entertainment sector, where again things are changing quite pretty fast. Streaming is becoming the new mantra, and COVID-19 has brought about a lot of changes to the sector. We find that after the COVID-19, during that time, the subscribers to the streaming site and the companies have substantially increased, and there is a sustainable change in the behavior pattern, which is expected to bring good growth. According to some research, 95 million, which is quite a big number, they're expected to subscribe by 2023 when the momentum starts to increase. And according to many other research, Middle East and North Africa will generate nearly 2.97 billions by 2025. This definitely looks to be skyrocketing upwards. And what are the drivers? So according to one Harvard study, it is the fear of the virus, prolonged confinement, the way we work is shifting, we are working more from home. So these are the drivers which will actually help for the sector to grow. And there are very few players I have observed. The players are Netflix, Disney Plus, Stars Play, which I have not much idea about. So here we can see that good growth is expected and it will spread throughout the whole sector. Now, I'm covering it up very briefly just to give an idea, but when I was doing the research, I found there were many other countries which are on the verge of explosion or implosion, you can say, like India. A lot of subscribers are going to increase over there. There'll be big market for all these companies, and many new players will enter the market, non-traditional players. So here, it's a good sector to look at. Healthcare sector is there, where also we can see that there are some key drivers which are pushing growth in the industry. And one of them, of course, is the pandemic, which is becoming very frequent, and the technological advancement. Then there is an evolvement of new models in the hospitality industry, not in the hospitality, in the health sector. And then workforce shortages are going to be coming, and there are many other factors. So we can see that it is attracting a lot of investment. And one of the most important focuses on virtual healthcare models. So therefore, there is going to be a very crucial shift. Right now, the focus was on treatment, but it's moving towards prevention and early detection. There is a digital transformation in health sector too, like every other sector. Then comes agriculture, and the agriculture sector is expected to have a very steep rebound, which will try to push positive growth in the long term. Now, if you look at the phases through which the agricultural sector will grow, one of the things is that as it comes out of the trough, it will start expanding. And as it expands, the growth curve is expected to get steeper. There will be an upswing. And this is expected in the case of cyclical curves, the upswing will gather momentum, and there will be a long, prolonged stage of boom till it peaks out. It might go beyond 2025 too. So it looks like this sector is worth watching. And then these are the 4 sectors we have seen. So this is what the other experts feel about these 4 sectors. I did some primary research on it to see what people feel at the common level, at the ground level, randomly, what people feel who are much aware, and those people who are not very much aware, what is the general outlook they feel for the future. So the graph 1, where I asked them that, are you aware also that you are lucky to survive through 2020? I just wanted to check their awareness. Well, the respondent, the people who responded, 73% of them, they were very much aware that they have been lucky, but surprisingly, 11.5% had no idea about it, and they had doubts whether they were lucky or not. And 15% felt that, no, they are not lucky. Now, we don't know the reason for that. It's surprising, but majority understand that they have been lucky. So going by the majority, the world is very much aware at the ground level. And we asked whether it was an overwhelming experience. So we got the feedback that, well, 84% have felt that, yes, it was an overwhelming experience. And here, if we look at it, the people who were doubtful, they are still doubtful, but a lot of negative people who said no earlier, looks like they have been shifting and feel that it was overwhelming. So I'm not sure why they said no earlier, whether they were lucky or not. So here it looks that small number of people are having contradictions in the way they think. But that is bound to happen. We go by the majority. Now, looking at graph number 3, they were asked, the participants were asked, do you believe that the year 2021 will bring in disruptive opportunities? Here we see that, well, not many. Most of the people are doubtful. And this is where we thinkers come in, because if we don't want things to be delayed, it looks like that we are going through a psychological trip, the world, and the delay is happening because many people collectively are very doubtful. They're under some kind of fear, which may not be there. So therefore, you can see over here that hardly 30% of the people, a respondent, feel that well, yes, we may be having disruptive opportunities, but the doubtful people are nearly 50%. We need to work hard to see that this threshold of 30% goes over 50%. So it is actually we thinkers who have to do a lot of hard work to change, to convert the negatives to positives, the doubtfuls to positive. Then they were asked whether they feel that education and entertainment industry will see a big surge. What do they feel at a ground level? And massive 60% of them have felt that, yes, there will be a very good growth in the education and entertainment sector. So that's a good sign. But the most surprising thing was that in the health and fitness sector, just 33% felt bullish about it, and 37% have got doubt about whether the health sector will go in the growth sector. I'm just like whether the outlook is bullish for them or not. And there is a decisive negativity by nearly 30% of the people. I feel that here some investigation is required, possibly that we need to increase the participation to more number of people, to more population, to get, because here the margin of error could be high due to many not being aware of the technicalities of the health sector. So let's see what people are saying about the next sector, that is the food sector, whether it will have rocketing growth. Well, here too, we can see, fortunately, 52% are positive about it, which is quite good. And the negativity is also there at 25%. So there is a need to convert the people from negativity or doubtfulness to positivity so that the threshold can be increased. But I feel that in future, people will start changing their opinion, their outlook. But at the moment, 52% doesn't look bad. So overall, when we look at whether there is going to be a paradigm shift, and will it throw up disruptive opportunities, the 3 sectors out of 4 look to be very positive as the secondary and primary research do match. So that's a good indication. Now, when we see this, the results of the research, one can feel that it is possible to convert the futuristic projections into reality. But for that, the thinkers, like a forum like ours, should be able to work hard in a meaningful way, and then the positive change can happen. But as far as the timings are concerned, September, it is absolutely the right time to make a shift and to give a push to the people who are doubtful, and the experts must come out, and if they agree that we are on a threshold of disruptive opportunities, then they should come forward and lead. So one thing, I feel that disruptive opportunity is at our doorstep, and it will not stay there for very long. We should not miss the opportunity. And we are seeing that the tough times are behind us. So we should all try to move forward and look at 2021 as a year of good prosperity. This is what is my take on it. Thank you very much. And definitely, I feel there is a further investigation which is possible. But anyway, thank you all for watching this presentation, and hope in future we will be back to meeting, and I look forward to seeing all of you so that we grow from strength to strength. And thank you very much to the organizer of this event. Thank you.